Hi guys, welcome back to Fat Boys RC. Well, today I've got one that I didn't think I'd be getting my hands on, but my son was insistent that we get hold of one of these to actually have a look what it was like. He'd been watching some videos, he wanted to give it a go. So today we have got hold of the WLToys 184016. A name that just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Hey! On AliExpress, with taxes and deliveries, it was £76 delivered. So what would you expect for that kind of money? We're going to do a little unboxing on it. There it is. Roadster time! I love the way the Chinese do the boxes and convert to English. It's brilliant. Right, so I'll zoom us in and we'll have a little look of an unboxing on it, shall we? Yeah, that sounds like fun. Alright, so here we go, obviously, standard cardboard box. Oh, what have we got in the box? Right, straight away, you got a little wheel wrench there. They always come in handy. I love those. Keep those in my bag when I'm out racing and stuff. Little charger for the battery, and of course the manual for the, I don't know if you can read that, the 1/18 electric four-wheel drive climbing car. It's a climbing car apparently. Right, obviously the packaging's not bad actually. You know, it's pretty well protected in there. See? When you're having it sent over from China, you want it a bit protected, don't you? So anyway, let's have a look what we get, shall we? So straight away, we have the little buggy. Now, to be quite honest with you, that's quite heavy. The main reason for that is this beastie on the bottom. Look, you can feel that with the fingers straight away. The cold. That is a 2mm. Full aluminium alloy chassis. Brrr. So let's have a look what else we get in the box. Some more cardboard. Always good. We have a controller. Now that is not actually that bad a size controller, is it really? I'm not really a one-hand driver, but you could do that one hand. There's a little decent amount of spring back on there. Trigger's a little bit small for my chunky thingy, but there you go. We got some throttle trim. We got some steering trim. We got a 1, 2, 3, 4 button there. Not sure what that is for. Maybe selecting 4 different modes or 4 different channels. Oh, it's 4 different modes. So presumably there's some sort of modes on these. Now, this is a 4 battery controller, takes AA's, it's 2.4 gigahertz, and they state that the distance it can actually run over is 120 meters. Which, to be quite honest, it's not bad, is it really? Especially seeing as you're talking sub £100. I mean, £76 mark. I mean, these are available on Amazon as well from around £99. Now, there's the car itself. It does feel, the top feels very cheap, and looking straight away at the shiny tyres, they actually feel pants. There's no foam in there. There's not much resistance in there, to be quite honest. But hey, that's one thing. The body itself feels quite thin and cheap. It is a bit loose on there. The wing feels good. Wing feels nice and flexible and tough. And one of the things I do notice straight away, and obviously from reading the spec on the vehicle, it's got metal, see that? Oil-filled shock absorbers all around. Now that's a good start for a car of this size. There's not many of the standard sort of 116, 118, 114 that come with standard aluminium shock absorbers. Now, are they any good? We'll wait to see, shall we? I notice also straight away we have adjustable turnbuckles. So steering, toe and alignment turnbuckles. But also, if you do notice, we also have front wheels pointing in different directions. So before we really take that out for a good old bash, we better give that a bit of an adjustment, hadn't we? Right, so we have a look what's inside the car itself. Case pins, of course there's case pins. Everyone has case pins. Oh, right, so looking inside there, don't look too bad, does it? We've got a separate receiver and ESC. Obviously this is a brushless ESC. A brushless motor as well. Now this brushless motor is 2845 and I do believe it's a 3300 kV motor. So I mean this must get a shift on this little thing. And then it comes with a little LiPo battery. You've got a 1500 milliamp hour LiPo battery. So it's tiny and it's well packed in there. You're probably going to be at a push to get a bigger battery in there, although take that battery tray out, you might be able to do it. The plastic on the lower arms there and there feels cheap, but it does actually feel very, very strong. Yeah, that's probably okay. And I can feel in there as well, the mounts for the lower arms and the diffs are metal. So straight away, you've got metal shocks, you've got adjustable turnbuckles, you've got strong lower arms, you've got metal diff mounts, you've got 2 independent differentials, so it's a 4-wheel drive vehicle. It's all metal geared. I mean, and it's got an aluminium chassis. You can hear those gears. I'm not sure if that's coming through well on there, but apart from the tyres, it looks reasonably good quality. And to be quite honest, if you compare this against things like the Blackzone Slider, which I love, the Blackzone Slider, it's one of my favourite vehicles to mess around with, you've got quite a lot more for your money, and you're only talking about £10 more than buying one of those. If you want the brushless version of the Tracer or the Slider or something like the Atom or something like that, you'd be looking at about £120, £110, £120. So from a price point, you've got a brushless vehicle, you've got a decent sort of specification there for that kind of money. So let's have a deeper look, shall we? Right, so I've connected up the power. Let's turn her on, shall we? Oh, that's... Oh. As you can see there, the servo is not centering properly. So we need to have a mess around with some settings because we haven't actually got that much range of steering on there. It is there. Yeah, it's okay. Once you play with a little setting, you get your steering back there. Watch these tyres. Tell you what, they're ballooning up a little bit, but that's because they're poor tyres more than anything. I don't know if you heard that on first. It sounds all right now, but the first time I kicked it in, it didn't sound like the gears were meshing. Sounds all right, doesn't it? Maybe they just needed to click into place. Maybe they hadn't been sort of run or tested at the factory sort of thing. I don't suppose they will have been really because they're mass produced. Right, let's just disconnect that battery. Put that back together. Good tip there, if you're not going to run your vehicle, like unplug the LiPo battery, save yourself a lot of problems. There is a minor leak of dispersal of power if you leave them connected, and you can knack your battery apparently. Right, so there it is. Right, there's a little beastie. Now, again, the conversion from Chinese to English has left a little to be desired. It says Treem Down the side, Treem. I can only assume that's meant to say extreme, because I looked up the word Treem as a town in America, in Southern America. There's a description that says a Treem is a hole. So I'm not sure they want to call it the Hole or name it after a town in America. They may want to name it after a town in America. There's nothing wrong with that. But I got a feeling it was supposed to be extreme, because this buggy is supposed to be extreme. Now, okay, so taking it apart there, what have we got? A summary for you. We've got decent shock absorbers, we've got decent gearboxes, we've got an aluminium chassis, we've got a brushless motor, we've got a separate ESC and receiver. We've got a radio gear that's 2.4 gigahertz and goes over 120 meters, over to 120 meters. So where can you go wrong? Really, 70 odd pounds? Yep, as long as it drives well, it's probably worth the cash. So the only thing we can do now is get it out and drive it, and then see if it is worth the cash. At the moment, it's looking pretty good. Let's do that then. That was a bang! There it comes. Oh, straight line. Certainly nippy. Hopefully it's waterproof. And that's how you run a camera over. It's like we're trying to film a bumblebee. So we're going to put the speed tester on this, Josh? Yeah. Right, we strap the little GNSS speed analyzer to it. Some wonderful looking cable ties. Now we just got to try and keep it in a straight line. So this is straight out of the box, crappy tyres, no adjustments, dodgy steering. Ooh, one successful run, Josh. You got it on 100%?
Yeah. Could be the battery.
Alright, that's going pretty well. Bearing in mind this is a 1/14 off-road buggy.
18.
Sorry, 1/18 off-road buggy with knobbly tyres that are very shiny. No sponging them whatsoever. God knows why they put them tyres on it, but I think with the additional money they've put into it, the metal chassis and the brushless motor and ESC, they should have at least splashed out a little bit more on a better set of tyres. So if Josh brings it back up to me, I can tell you how fast it's going. That was close. Right, let's have a look, shall we? Right, so this is the first speed run. Let's read. What do we got? 31 miles an hour, straight out of the box on the standard battery, in wet conditions with rubbish tyres. I must admit, that hurt my foot. That's pretty successful.
Not the speed it claims, though.
Not the speed it claims. But nevertheless, this ain't the best conditions for it. When this battery runs out, we'll try again with a different battery. Right, so we've chucked a better 2S battery in it, a bit more oomph. I've got a feeling the tyres are going to let us down on this speed run though. Hopefully that isn't full speed. Oh, that seems faster. and that jumped higher. You broke it?
I don't know.
Is that it?
I think so.
Oh, we may have broken it. We are making some funny noises and not really going very far.
Gears.
Oh, that's meshed in. Got a feeling these gears need meshing.
Oh, definitely.
Was that it again? As you can see, we're experiencing an intermittent problem.
I wouldn't call it intermittent.
That was being polite. Oh well. That was a good, what, 5 minutes, or 10, 15 minutes on the car before it actually broke. So we'll have to take her apart to find out what's actually wrong with her, but I've got a feeling it's missing a cog. Well, there you go, guys. A car that promised so much, with great spec. It looked brilliant. Obviously a little bit on the cheaper side, and it didn't really deliver. If you watch the video, you'll see we got about 15 minutes out of it. I mean, when it was going, it was great fun. I mean, it couldn't hold the road, the tyres were rubbish, but it was skidding around all over the place. It was slightly wet on the surface. But a couple of little knocks, one big knock, and it's gone. We stripped it down to find out what's wrong, and it's the motor. The motor is completely blown. It's like an old cheese grater when you're trying to turn it. Also, while I was there, I took a chance to have a look around inside it. The diffs, there's not an iota of grease or anything inside the diffs, which gives it a bit of a rough running. As soon as you grease them up, it starts running a bit smoother. So, at the end of the day, the car was good while it lasted. 15 minutes is obviously not acceptable for the lifespan of a radio controlled car. Now, if you know how to strip radio controls cars down and fix them, you know, it's fine. But if you're getting it for your kid for Christmas, or if you're getting it for yourself and you're a complete amateur, you're going to have to work on it. I mean, I might have been unlucky. It might be the fact that it come out of the box, it might have just been a faulty one, but we got 15 minutes out of it. Okay, so if you've watched the video, you'll see that. Luckily, my son bought it for a different reason. He's going to put bigger engines and bigger motors and batteries and things, and he wants to do like the fast speeds with it. So we will see it again. But I mean, for me, I'm afraid it's a no. I think you're much better off with a brushless slider or a brushless tracer or something like that. And definitely better off with the new ROG One that's come this week into the UK, which is a completely different beast. But anyway, so thanks for watching the video. If you like the video, click the like. If you really like it, subscribe so you can see me a bit every day. Oh well. And down below is a link to buy me a coffee. Keep my channel going. I do love latte, you know, so if you're feeling generous, jump on there and get me one. Cheers. Bye.